Hey guys, I'm Justin.
And I'm Jessica.
And today we're going back to the Stoned Age because we're watching the Flintstones.
Flintstones, baby.
Yabba-Dabba-Doobie.
Hey.
Hi everybody, welcome back to the Saturday Doobie Feature. She is so excited to say something. Why don't you tell the people?
Hello.
Hey, just that. I'm Justin, your trusty host, but I'm here with a brand new friend that I brought to the table. Tell the people about yourself.
I'm Jessica.
Yeah.
I love pot and movies.
This is why we hired her. This is it. This is why she's here. She actually just she was walking by.
And I was like, you know what? I like pot and movies. And they're like, come on in.
Come on in.
We got a show
She's
for
cute.
you.
She's a peach. And wait till we talk about today's fine film. A favorite of mine for a long time. I don't know if we should. Are you trying to get me to say we all have a gay old time? Because we're talking about the Flintstones.
Hell yeah.
That's actually going to be another week's movie. Paris is Burning, we're going to do in a couple weeks. But the Flintstones is the 1994 classic, as you guys all know. The live-action adaptation. So this is going to be John Goodman. Elizabeth
All-star
Taylor's in
cast.
Yeah, I mean, like
Elizabeth Taylor? Like, when have you seen her?
probably
She's
one of the
great.
last roles of Rick Moranis too.
Dude, it took me so long because I was like Rick Moranis with no glasses and blonde.
You know, while you're
I
rolling
was like,
that up,
I know who this is.
Sorry. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I should have got high
Now-
to roll a blunt.
Yeah,
that makes
so
more sense.
we're gonna be smoking some jade, talking about the Flintstones. It's a little bit one of those Rocky. It's a little bit of a stretch. All right, hold on. Let me hit this jade.
Rocky, stoned. Yeah, I get it. He's connecting puns.
It's like a gem. It's a gem of a joke.
Oof.
All right. Too much. They were trying to make this movie actually for a very long time. This was in production since the 80s. There's like 30 credited screenwriters. Would you like to take a break from rolling, or do you want me to jam on this?
Oh,
In
this.
the meantime,
I
here, I'll
smoke
pass
it.
it over. There's something like 30 credited
That
screenwriters.
is too many.
Yeah,
30,
I mean,
I can't imagine 30 people doing anything, let alone trying to write a film with one common
could you
vision.
imagine? And they knew exactly what they're gonna write. It's not like they had like a one line where it was like, oh, let's make a space epic. Like they're like, we're gonna redo the Flintstones.
I think
What's your hot take on it?
And they're like montages.
You gotta throw a lot in there. You know, there's a lot of references, a lot of nods to the classic series. Basically, if you wanted to break down the crux of the movie, I guess, how would you say? I mean, you're a new watcher. You know, I'm a longtime fan of this film. What do you say the
I
plot
loved
is
it
here?
as a child, and then I just watched it recently, and gotta say, you're like, what's the through storyline? But also very enjoyable.
The through
Bam Bam's
storyline is
adopted
friendship, true friendship. Bam Bam is adopted, which makes a lot of sense for that blonde hair. The storyline of this movie
What? No, his dad has blonde hair. It makes no
is
sense.
true friendship. Is the story of this tale. Basically the log line is that Homer and Barney, they work down at the quarry. There's some kind of aptitude test that the quarry's gonna find and see if there's like different people
You
who have
forgot a
different
part
jobs.
before that.
That
It's very important that Fred helped Barney out with some money beforehand. So then Barney feels like he owes Fred something.
Yeah.
So he switches the aptitude
in this
test.
no plot movie. in this plotless.
I'm sorry.
So
this is an episode of a
friend,
sitcom, not
it's
a
about-
90-minute fucking film.
Yeah, I mean, essentially,
I got water in my mouth.
karma for talking down to the perfect adaptation. I mean,
Someone throw me a towel. That's definitely
So
there's not
many-
people here. It's fine. Thank you, humans.
so many of these sitcom tropes came from the Flintstones in the first place. When you really think about it, I mean, the classic like.
Are you gonna make me watch Garfield in like a month?
I mean, that would be wonderful if Bill Murray's Garfield is on Netflix. How are you still rolling? Cool.
Yeah.
We have this, by the way. This is from the
smoke
Dealy
that.
Buddy. Dealy Buddy sent us this beautiful piece. Thank you very much, guys. There's some more jade in here.
Yeah, the jade is lovely. It's got a good taste. Kind of just tastes
Very
like air, which is
sativa.
kind of like how I like my pot.
Oh,
Just
Dealy
sweet
Buddy's got a
air.
little. You gotta pull. Yeah,
Yeah,
pull
pull
the
the
down
whole
step
guy out. Where'd you say it's from?
Dealy Buddy.
Dealy Buddy.
Dealy Buddy. Dealy Buddy. And the jade
What a
adds a
deal.
sativa.
Buddy.
This is
All
working
right.
on it. The sativas are perfect for the Flintstones because, in the stoned age, you don't want to be too stoned. You want to be able
Yeah.
to keep up with all those fine jokes. The one thing though, when I'm watching the movie and I'm stoned, I'm very paranoid because every single actor is barefoot. And I'm like,
God, that sounds like such a comfortable set.
it's a comfortable set, but also that's amazing acting because they look so comfortable the whole time. But I would be so self-conscious
Oh, I love being
that I'd be
barefoot.
I read that they'd banned any glass on the set. That's an actual fact about the filming of the movie. This movie also apparently inspired the McRib. We have our fact checkers on this because I don't believe that.
I don't believe it.
The McRib
I don't
is inspired
care, but
by
I also
pork
don't
prices.
believe it.
The idea of the McRib is that they only sell it when the pork makes. I thought it was around in the 80s. If it's around in the 80s,
This
if
guy
you're
thinks
old
he's
enough.
cool and he left smoke in this shit.
What? No,
Wow.
I blame that down stem. No, I don't know, Dilly Buddy. Just plugging away. Are you done rolling that? I feel like you're taking forever to roll that.
You're wrong, but that's fine.
The movie is about
It's very fast.
friendship. Oh, so yeah, so Fred gets that corporate job. He gets like a big
From Kyle McCall.
yeah, who was like a super. I was watching him and I was like, why do I hate this guy? And why is he so sleazy? He's the guy from Showgirls.
Oh,
like-
and Twin Peaks.
No, yeah, but Twin Peaks, you know he's. I mean, if you've seen Showgirls, this guy's like a monster in Showgirls. It's really bad.
I haven't seen Showgirls.
You haven't seen? Well, that's a movie
That's what we got.
that we're gonna
It's
be
on the
watching on
list.
here. I
It's
can't
on the
believe
list.
you haven't seen Showgirls. Would you like a
I
dab?
know.
I'm
I just
sorry.
saw what?
Would you like this dab? Also, I feel so rude. I was just going.
Oh, no,
into
go
town.
for it.
All right. Well, all right, fine.
You. I insist.
This is the Can-Aid
You
Nebula.
Yabba-Dabba-Doo.
Yabba-Dabba-Doobie?
Yabba-Dabba-Doo.
If you could dab a doobie.
Oh, wait, Caval.
So wait, why? So you really think there's no plot in the movie otherwise?
There is a plot. It's not good.
What is
I'll
your
tell you
hot?
what it is. It's an all-star cast that's carrying the weight of the whole film on their shoulders and committing 100%. Just
Can I
like,
tell you?
And they're doing great. Rosie O'Donnell looks amazing.
She got that part for the laugh alone. I mean, like that's literally why they got it. They didn't want any of these people in the roles. They were casting it for so long. They wanted who were some other
Halle
people? George
Berry's
Wendt.
in it.
Halle
Halle
Berry's
Berry's in it.
But I'm saying like they wanted
She
other
just
people for
plays a hot
George.
secretary.
John Candy. They wanted John Candy for Fred Flintstone for a long time. They wanted Jim Belushi for a long time, but they didn't. Even like the number one choice for Steven Spielberg, who was a producer on the movie, was Danny DeVito.
Spielberg helped direct it.
Okay, if you look at this movie, like think about the set. I know that.
That's why there's a lot of close-ups and feelings. Is that why there's a lot of close-ups
There's
and
lots of feelings. But I was going to say the set design of the movie is really what's the backbone of this movie. Because as you're right, like as much as the characters and the performances are great, everything in this movie is a prop. And it's pretty cool to look at in that way. Like
It is.
every food item, every door. Which, speaking of, the Jim Henson Creature Department has the animatronics.
The Muppets are insane.
Which are so odd. There's a 40-foot Brontosaurus Muppet. There's and they also made me question things like, you really do think, you're like, wow, what kind of life is that? Like, for the monster, like, under the sink. And he's like, oh, it's a living. And then I'm watching it with
Thinking
Danielle.
about the person actually that's like...
No, but I'm watching it with Danielle, my wife, and she's like, well, maybe they're nocturnal. And I thought, well, okay, that makes more sense. Like, they're a cave dweller inside of the thing, and they're getting food. And then there's another part, remember, she's washing it, the mastodon or whatever is blowing the water out of its thing. She's like, oh, thank goodness you don't have a cold anymore. This movie's funny, folks. There's stuff under the layers.
So stupid. There's stuff under... What is under the layers?
When they're going through the records, there's a Bruce Springsteen record, Bone to Run.
Wow, that's almost a good pun.
Easter eggs, guys. Easter eggs abound in this flick. I'm just saying, everything looks so cool. You got Dino in there. Dino, there's actually one of the first CGI creatures. Dino's like partly CGI.
He is, huh? I was trying to figure that shit out.
He's partly CGI, but he's part real. And also what's cool about it is that that's Mel Blanc's voice. Actually, he has the voice credit, even though he had passed away 5 years previously to the movie being released.
Oh.
They only used actual sounds from the Flintstones cartoon.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's cute.
So
I like that.
It's an homage, people. And I don't think we're ever going to get as big of a scale, production-wise, homage. It was like a $45 million movie, but to have that many sets and everything, everything's just CGI now. If you go to Universal Studios, the car is still on display. The Flintstones car is in the studio tour. Like, that, it has a lasting mark in production or something. I don't know.
It's fine.
It's fine. We're gonna watch Viva Rock Vegas, only because I'm very upset there was no Great Kazoo in this movie.
Because Viva
I don't
Rock
understand
Vegas,
it at all.
In my brain, I remember it as better.
All right.
I feel like it's goofier.
It's definitely
more
the B,
self-aware.
and they couldn't afford
like,
anyone
just leaning into
anymore
the
because they
cheesiness.
had to pay Elizabeth Taylor probably $10 million for the first movie.
She deserves it all.
Yeah, no, it's true.
One thing I think our viewers should know is that I'm terrified of birds, and birds are dinosaurs. And there's a scene, this is what I thought when I was very high watching it, where he hits his head and there's like
the cuckoo
pterodactyls.
birds. Yeah.
Those could just be birds.
It just
Those had feathers.
Those are birds.
Those
now,
are birds.
So are
Birds
chickens?
are
Are chickens dinosaurs? When you eat chicken nuggets, are you eating dinosaurs? Listen, this is a question for next time, and I want you to put down in the comments if you have any questions about that. If you have any thoughts about chicken nuggets,
Hashtag chicken nuggets or dinosaurs.
movies we should watch. I'm Justin Gentile. You can find me just Gentile on Instagram, Justin_Gentile on Twitter.
Oh, mine are the same. Mine are Jessica420, bro.
She's smart.
It's my Instagram and my
smart.
Twitter.
Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys next week.
I love you.
Bye.